In this next video, we're going to be joining Georgia State Patrol as a trooper is in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. It's the same suspect that got away from Atlanta PD earlier. And so now this particular trooper has spotted this vehicle. It looks like on I-20, and he's giving chase to this individual. And what actually, how the trooper actually spotted this vehicle, I think the vehicle didn't have a tag on it, or a tag was expired or something like that. But didn't have a tag on it, and then the individual didn't have a driving license. And he claimed that someone else sold him this vehicle. But when the trooper got behind him to initiate a stop, he decided to flee from the trooper. And so let's go ahead and get into the video. And afterwards, I will come back and give you my commentary. And it looks like we're going to be joining Georgia State Patrol on a traffic stop. And it looks like this has been turned into a traffic pursuit, fleeing felony pursuit. This individual has gotten away earlier from Atlanta PD, and now the Georgia State Patrol is in pursuit.
It's a dealer tag. I think it should be stolen. The vehicle is taken off from the southbound University.
It's going to be a stolen vehicle.
Silver Buick LaCrosse, older model. Still approaching 166. Looks like we'll be exiting 2 right lanes, 166.
Moving in for a pit maneuver.
William Union Queen 797, WUQ 797, Georgia dealer tag. Coming up on Sylvan. Looks like we're exiting Sylvan, 166 West.
It looks like they're taking Cleveland Avenue exit.
Clear, I see the truck on the left. Turn right, turning left on Estes. Push.
And he bails out. That's usually what they do.
Traveling north of Sylvan. It's a black male, short hair, red shirt, black pants with red stripe on them. Hey, you need that? You need that? Hey, you need that?
And once again, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Patrol and Performance. And we are out with Georgia State Patrol. Trooper on Gino Way, car number 787, in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. The suspect has bail out of the vehicle, and now the trooper is in a foot pursuit of this individual.
We have Officer Blanchard on 3, or is you trying to get 2, or is you going over here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm good over here. So what happened? I gave out 10 working. So I didn't get the first second degree. Written hard. Lee Anthony? Yeah. Hi, Lee Anthony. What's your last name? Hutchinson? Without, Hutchinson or just Hutchinson? Hey, boy, we're moving slowly. Yeah, put in your pocket, right? You gotta put it in your pocket, right? Come on, that's one. Come on. Somebody goes deep. We get right around. I was pretty pulled over to come right along with my car. But he just took off from APD like 5 minutes ago. And I just took off from him. He just took off from me. Yeah. They got my car. Oh, we're gonna walk. I mean, you got the tire, so let's go pick it up. Hey, can you call for EMS? You got to take this probe. So you get it? Yeah, I'm in here because I can't even talk to you. I got my partner walking with his phone, Don't do that. You stay away? You can hear it? Go ahead. So your tag is stolen. You take that off somebody else, or what's up with that? Somebody gave it to you? Why don't you just take a random tag for your car?
I still got running on them, so they got changed. I got changed and everything. I got changed. No, I'm on top right here. My window, let you know.
Let's go walk in front of my car real quick. Yeah, search it real quick.
Hey, hey.
Do you have anything else in your pockets?
You didn't have a gun on you, didn't say
I wasn't gonna shoot.
I ain't gonna make sure. I ain't even stand up. I ain't trying to. He's saying, but I ain't know the tag was stolen though.
Well, why'd you take off then?
I ain't got no license.
Yeah, but I already shot somebody there with no license, and I didn't take you in jail. The tag stolen, he said his friend gave it to him.
My friend gave it to me. My car is mine. I called my grandma and said, bring the title up to the car.
Alright, well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read you something real quick. Just your rights, okay? He's under arrest. You have the right to remain silent, okay? Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to your lawyer, have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning, if you wish, okay? If you decide any time to exercise these rights and not answering my questions, you can do that, okay? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Alright. You got anything else in the car? Any other weapons, drugs? So just unlicensed.
It looks like this individual was tased a couple of times. And two prongs in his back indicated that he had to use the
Registered to you?
taser.
Yes, well,
Like Department of Driver Services has you?
no, I haven't got all that.
Did you just buy it, or what?
Bought it, really.
Who'd you buy it from?
A mechanic of mine.
Okay.
Like 1800.
Alright. Let's, yeah, we're not going to put you in the back because you got these sticking out. I don't want to disturb that too much. But you can sit get the bumper there.
Yeah, once he moves the car, we can put you back in front of the car. You can sit on that bumper.
You got any felony convictions?
On parole now.
On parole. Once again, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode, Patrol and Performance. And I'm your host, John Shaft. And as you just saw in this video, Georgia State Patrol got into a fleeing felony pursuit on a stolen vehicle. And this individual, he did just what they usually do, which is flee whenever law enforcement gets behind them. And he didn't get too far, as you can see in the video. He was caught. I guess he figured he had a better chance on foot, because that last turn he made, he ditched the vehicle and decided to flee on foot. And it's usually a bad sign if you can't outdrive a law enforcement officer. Maybe you can outdo him on foot, which probably not going to happen either. Most of these officers and troopers, they stay in pretty good shape, especially as young as this trooper was in this video. He probably run and jogs on a regular basis. And the thing about going through a trooper school, a trooper academy, is that you go through a strenuous exercising program to get yourself in shape. And if you're not in shape by the time you get your appointment to trooper school, if you make it through, you're going to be in shape afterwards. Now, it's up to you as a trooper or a law enforcement officer, once you finish school and start working, to maintain that physical activities. And so most individuals, like this guy in this vehicle, they're not in physical shape. Most of them think that because they're young, they can outrun somebody, or they can just simply get away on foot. And as you can see, that's to the contrary. This trooper not only caught him, but he caught him and he was wearing his full gear with the most time patent leather shoes, boots, high-tech boots, not to mention the vest they have on and the utility belt that's around his waist. So that stuff is pretty heavy, and it weighs down on you when you're trying to run after an individual. But see, here's the thing: these officers, when they go through these academies, they train in this gear, so they're definitely highly qualified and in shape to catch your average or normal everyday individual, especially if you're one of these individuals that do not exercise. And so this clown did that's what they do when they steal somebody's vehicle. They try to make up some excuse or why, what happened that's going to justify his action or somehow free him, which is not. These officers are not that gullible. So if they're chasing you, then they already probably have the full scope on who you are, what you're doing, and why you're doing it. And they can simply just run your tag and get a whole load of information. And if that vehicle comes up stolen, then obviously that's a stolen vehicle. It baffles me that how individuals like this steal vehicles, and then they just should be able to just go around all leisure riding someone else's vehicle. There's no tomorrow, with no tag on it or no legitimate tag, and they think they can get away with this. The only thing about this is when your individual vehicles are stolen, you're more than likely not going to get it back in one piece. Most of the time they either wreck on their own or involved in some kind of TVI, or what you call a pit maneuver, where law enforcement calls them to wreck. So either way, if your vehicle is taken from you in this manner, more than likely you're probably not going to get it back in the condition that it was in, and you're probably not going to want it anymore. So you have to make sure that you are implementing prevention measures to keep your vehicle from being stolen. And that can be security alarms, a low jack on a club kit, or whatever you call a steering wheel club. That steering wheel club still works. It's been around for years, but it still works. And it's a simple device that locks onto the steering wheel. So if they was to get into your vehicle and bypass all of the other security measures, they probably definitely not going to bypass the steering wheel being locked. And if a car steering wheel is locked, then you ain't going to be able to drive it nowhere. And not with that big old iron steel on the steering wheel, causing it to lock in place. But shout out to Georgia State Patrol. Like I always say, there's 3 to 4 state agencies that you do not want to fool around with. And Georgia State Patrol is one of those agencies. In Georgia, Florida, in Arkansas. They are going to get their man at all costs and whatever it takes, and they're going to stop you. And you shout out to those guys and for bringing this up to a safe conclusion. And as you can see, they was also joined by Atlanta PD. And I lived there in Georgia myself about 14 years when I was younger. So whenever I see a video and Georgia Patrol or Atlanta PD is involved, just the scenery of the interstate system, it puts me back in the mind when I was once living there. It's a great city to live in, even though it's overcrowded. But that's going to bring an end to this video. Once again, we thank you for watching with us and tuning in to each and every episode. And we ask if you would to support the channel simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification button so that you would know when we are doing a upload. Again, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.